Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an interesting game that is defined by its countless archetypes. Each year this count is raised by new sets. A lot of those archetypes come out of the packs and are forgotten immediately because they are just not viable in today's metagame. Others just simply fall out of the meta after some time. In this series I will slowly venture my way through all of those archetypes and try to play them. This is Set 2 Pass.
Hey there, welcome back to the second episode of Set 2 Past. So in the last episode with the battery mans, I wasn't that lucky with the deck that I got. Hopefully this time I get a deck that can play a little bit more so that all of this gets a little bit more interesting for you. I will not talk all that much since I explained the rules in the first episode. If you missed that, there will be a playlist on this channel of the whole Set 2 Past series. So we will just go into spinning the wheel and seeing which deck I will get for this week's episode. So okay, so the deck I got is Crystron. We have HALQ, so that's good, I hope. Okay, so now we are in Dueling Book, and now the challenge begins once again of me reading each and every Crystron card and each and every Crystron support card and trying to build a deck. So with that, I'm going to go in and search for all of the cards. Okay, at least there are not that many, so not that much reading I have to do, but I will be back shortly with the deck profile. What I have to say is I am very, very grateful we got the Crystrons because they are just so much fun. And I never knew what they did. I knew kind of that the whole archetype is based around the same thing that HALQ Fibrex does, but now testing this deck, it is a lot of fun. It is way better than the last deck that we got because it can actually combo and it could actually make a pretty nice board going first. Building this deck, I had some problems because at the beginning I was reading the non-tuner main deck monsters. They all have the effect to pop one face-up card, special summoning out a Crystron tuner from the deck. So I thought like we go from there somewhere, try to pop something, get a tuner, summon Crystron, and then go from there, make some synchro plays. But that didn't really work. But then I realized that the good effects of the Crystron monsters are not the on-field effects, or let's say from the tuner monsters, but the grave effects. So I was like, okay, how to get them into the grave? I was thinking about different archetypes or different things I can pair them with. I thought about dangers, but first off, that wasn't all that good. And I didn't want to play Dangers once again. But then I remembered that for a short period of time, when I was trying to play Orchest, because I really liked the deck, even with Harp gone, I tried to make it work. And Chat Synchron was banned, so I remembered that I was searching up some cards that I can send, and Rosenix came up, so I was like, hey, why not use the Scrap Recycler here to send the Crystrons? And with that, the deck slowly came into play. I was thinking about, okay, Crystron can go for a Scythe-lock, and yeah, that's what the deck does now. It makes a Scythe-lock, and it makes a bunch of Synchro Summons during your opponent's turn. So, starting off with the main deck monsters, we have Rosenix. This card banishes itself to summon a token. Then we have Purple Guy. By the way, I'm not trying to pronounce any of those names, so they are just Purple Guy, Green Guy, and so on. So Purple Guy banishes itself to search a Crystron monster. Green Guy specials a Crystron from hand. Yellow Guy, if it is in hand or grave, discards another Crystron card, special summons itself, then pops a card, and if this card itself is popped, it specials a Crystron from deck. And then the dog This card just searches your traps if you banish it. This is more of a card if you need it in a specific matchup, or a luxury card if you already have access to all the other Crystrons. You can send this one. Then the one card starter of the deck, or let's say it is a 1.5 card combo because you need the Scrap Recycler and any Crystron monster in your hand, which is not all that uncommon since you play 15 of them. This card just sends the machine to the grave multiple times because it is not a once per turn. Scrap Raptor, this card is just additional copies of Scrap Recycler because you tribute one monster you control, or you destroy one monster you control to get another normal summon for a scrap monster, and if this card itself is destroyed, it searches Recycler. So you just normal summon this card, pop itself to search the Recycler, and then normal summon the Recycler. Scrapyard, just more combos of your starter because this searches out the Scrap Raptor, and then Small World. This is just additional copies of the Recycler. For the Small World, we play one Cyber Dragon. This was the best machine that fits that I could found because you can just summon it when you are going second. And you can just Small World any of your Crystron monsters because they are all machine to banish this from the deck and search the Recycler. Then we play the free Crystron tuners. Those all do pretty much the same on the field. You can just use them during your opponent's main or battle phase to make a synchro summon. Then we play the one Scythe, the one Snow, because we can make Shooting Riser during our opponent's turn, and at that point we have at least 7 cards in a grave, so Snow is live. One Jet Synchron, we need this for the combo. I'm so happy this card is finally back from the ban list. And then the one Brick, you never want to draw this card. If you draw this card, you can't combo, so that's bad. But we play 43, so drawing this card becomes less of a problem. Or not less of a problem, but it doesn't happen that often. Then for going second cards, we just play the Psyframe package. I decided to go with this as my only hand trap because you can potentially use this on your turn, because they can ash this, they can ash this, they can ash this. So you making Gamma is really strong, because if you don't have anything to set with your Scrap Recycler, you can potentially not make the Scythe lock. So Gamma is really good because it can go for the HALQ, so the Scrap package makes the Dacta, and your board becomes so much stronger if you can Gamma on your opponent's on your own turn. And if you don't need that, you can just go into Omega to rip another card out of their hand. Then we play Droplet as a going second card, and then the one Called by the Grave, and then we play the Traps. So what entry does, it is special summons 2 Crystron tuners, one from your hand and one from your grave. So that is not all that good, because you need to have one of the 3 tuners that you don't want to draw. Then you have the Impact. This is the way better trap. What this card does is it special summons one of your banished Crystrons, and then both of the traps have an effect in the grave. So that's why you most likely play the entry, because this sends a Crystron from your deck to the grave if you banish it from grave, and this protects a Crystron monster from being targeted. So for the side deck, we just play 3 Token Collector because of Sword Soul and all the adventure decks. We play 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Twin Twister, 3 Evenly, so those are the going second cards. And then 3 D-Barrier. This card is just way too good not to play it. Drawing this card against a Sword Soul or a Despia player, even if you can't Scythe lock them, you still have the D-Barrier, which is pretty good. Then for the extra deck, the big boss of the deck itself, HALQ Fibrex. Funny enough, in this deck, the first effect of HALQ is not the important effect, because this just gives you another Synchro Summon during your opponent's turn, but at that point you already have Scythe locked them. So HALQ's second effect is the one effect that we really want, because this makes the scythe lock. We play one Scrap Wyvern, one Dacta for the scythe, one Link Kuribo, so we can link away the token. The Wonder Magician, this pops scythe and then makes a synchro summon during our opponent's turn. This card with the scythe itself will go into the Baron. Then for our level 7s, we have the Shooting Riser Dragon to send Snow or the Token Collector. Dawn Dragster is another spell negate that we can make. Cyber's Quantum Dragon is if our opponent doesn't care about the scythe lock, this card makes sure we don't die during this turn, because what this card says is if we control a link monster, which we do with the Dacta, your opponent cannot attack any other card than this, and if this card gets attacked or attacks once per turn during the damage step, you just bounce the card that this card battles, and if we do that in our own turn, we can attack once again. Then we play one Zeta. This is another level 7 that we can go into. It banishes itself and a card our opponent controls, and it adds back a Psyframe monster. So with this card we can also add back the Gamma if we need it. And then we play the one Arclight. This is because if you draw Rosenix with the Recycler, you cannot access your level 7 package, or in a specific scenario. So you need a specific hand to go for a level 7. You can't really do that all the time, but what you can most of the time do, if you just get Rosenix in the grave, and you can decide for so you can decide one crystron that you will always have in grave and the one that you discard. So with only the Rosenix and the token, with the token from Rosenix, I'm so stupid, and the level 3 that you summon from the HALQ, you can go into the Arclight to have another form of interruption. Then the Omega, like we said. Then the Crystron Synchros, those are the two best that I could find. I'm just playing this because it is a Crystron deck, and not playing any other Crystron cards would not really fit, so I thought playing this, but those are not really needed. You can definitely play better options than this card. What this card does is it banishes all spells and traps your opponent controls, but you need to make it with a non-tuner synchro monster and a I can't read, even though I read all of those cards. So you make it with a tuner synchro and a tuner non-synchro monster, so it will not really come up, but its effect is not that bad because it banishes all spells and traps, not only they control but also in their graveyards. And if this card gets sent to the grave, you get to special summon any card from your grave. So this card potentially summons another Scythe. I don't think that will ever come up, but it does, and it also summons everything from your grave. So you can summon back the Baron. You can summon, everything. This just summons everything you want. And then this card, it does the same as the main deck tuners, just as an extra deck option. And this card adds back a Crystron monster from the grave if it gets sent to the grave. No, it's specials. I'm sorry. And then this card, I don't know if we really need this card. It is nice because it can send the Chat Synchron. You can also Synchro Climb during our opponent's turn with a level 5 if that ever comes up. If something like a Raptor or a Recycler would stick to the board, you can summon out the level 2 to make this, and then Synchro Climb even more. Also, this card also can potentially make Baron if you have the level 5 for it. But with that, we have the deck itself. Okay, so we won the die roll, so we can go first, and we have full combo in hand, and we don't even need to go into Dacta, which is pretty nice because we wouldn't be able to. So we will start off with normal summoning the Recycler. Send this to grave. And we will use this effect to discard the green guy. I think that is okay. We will then special summon discard. Then destroy one card. Okay, so target itself, pop itself, declare it once again. To get out the purple guy, the last one that we need. We'll then go ahead and use all of those to go into the scrap wyvern. Then we will use our scrap wyvern effect. Special summoning out the recycler, pop the recycler. Sorry, misclick. Then the wyvern triggers once again to summon out a. I just told you to look out for not activating the recycler, and then I just did, which is pretty stupid. So we will pop the wyvern, then we will use the golem effect. Targeting the recycler, special summoning out the recycler, using this card once again. To send a jet here. We will then use a jet effect, discarding the Rosenix, special summoning the jet, summoning out the HALQ effect, get out. Yeah, we definitely want the level 3 and then we will use the purple guy, searching for another Rosenix. There it is. And then we will go ahead and use the green guy to summon out the Rosenix, and we will set the scythe. With that, I think we are pretty good. Now we get fucked by Droplet and all of those cards, so just to be clear. So let's see what he does here. Does he have an out on summon? We will use HALQ. HALQ will then go ahead to summon the Wonder Magician. Use this effect, targeting the scythe. Use the scythe, special summoning out the scythe. Use the scythe on the field. And summon the Baron. So that's the combo. While drawing Scythe. So if we didn't have drawn Scythe, we could make this combo. We would have need any card to set. I have to read this Black wing monster from your hand to the grave to select one defense position monster your opponent controls. Send that monster to the grave. We will chain this one to go with this and the Rosenix into the Shooting Riser. Activate Shooting Riser. And he quit because he doesn't understand what Crystron does. But hey, that's the combo with a very, very lucky scythe draw. I hope we will get a game where you can see the where don't draw scythe but any other card to set, because we would have the same or pretty much the same board if we didn't do the scythe. Here with the golem still being on the field, that is pretty strong. Because what we would have done here is we would have used Riser to obviously send the snow. Why I always click on two hand. You can't imagine how often that happened when I was testing the deck. So then Shooting Riser is level 3. So you can then use the Shooting Riser as well as the Golem, who is level 5, to go into another level 7. Let's say, for example, the Dawn Dragster, because we know it is Blackwing, so we know without their extract they are not doing all that much. This card would just miss. So yeah, we still have a Spell Negate, we have an Omni Negate that can bring everything back, and the cool thing about that is next turn we would have the Scrap Raptor to normal summon to go into another recycler to start all of what we just did. Once again, we don't have another Wyvern, and I think I might just put another Wyvern into the deck and just get rid of anything that I don't need. Maybe the Link Kuribo. I really want to keep this. I need to keep this. This is pretty good. Yeah. Instead of this, I will change this to a Scrap Wyvern, but I will show you the deck at the end once again. So you will see the changes. But I think another Scrap Wyvern for our second turn is pretty good. So we can go first again. So let's combo once again. If we can. And we can't with this hand. I think just set this card and set this and go, and we fulfilled the name of the series, set to pass. Yeah, that happens. Okay, you cannot combo all the time. Sometimes you break, so not all that bad. And we are playing against a Despia player, and my OK key is lagging. Depending on how good his hand is, we just scoop here, not show my opponent what I'm playing. He's definitely killing me this turn. Yeah, he definitely is. So we will side in the D-barriers. We can just side out the droplets. Yeah, scooping here I think was the right choice, because he would just have killed us and seen which deck we play. So cards like Nibiru can come in and shit like that. So hopefully this goes better this time, and that is full combo if we can make it. If he does not have Ash on this, please don't have Ash. I just realized doesn't matter. That doesn't even matter. does not have another Ash, so we sent purple guy, so we need the green guy. Then send the entry, and then we go link this off, make the wyvern, use wyvern effect, special the recycler, get the recycler to grave, trigger the wyvern effect, get the golem. One good thing about this matchup is that our board up to the Wonder Magician cannot really be hit by Super Poly. So we can Scythe lock him before he has the chance to use Super Poly. Jet Synchron, yeah. So we then make the Doctor. We get our Scythe. There it is. And then we get the level 3 here again. Wherever it is, there it is. So special summoning the level 3. Now we go ahead and declare purple guy. Search out this one. We then use green guy. Specialing out this one. And with that, I think we are all set. So Imperm, Droplet, all of those cards just fuck us right now. A Dark Ruler would hurt as well. So whatever he does here, if he doesn't negate the HALQ, Imperm doesn't fuck us. I just realized that we can just chain the HALQ and banish it. So it is only Droplet or a Dark Ruler or something like that. So big things. So here an Imperm doesn't do all that much because we can just chain the Wonder Magician. I think. No, we don't have a level 9. Maybe play level 9. Maybe. Because then we could go Trish. Trish could be pretty strong. think. Do I want to chain this card now? Yeah. To go into the shooting riser. So he's turn player, so his Luba triggers. So I don't know what he can do here, to be honest. I really don't. He can make a summon, but whatever he summons gets eaten up by snow, and then after that he cannot access his extra deck. And the Baron would come after the Baron would come after the option to Super Poly if he decides to go for the Wonder Magician. But no matter what, the Scythe should summon to the board if he didn't draw the Forbidden Called by the Grave. And then the Shooting Riser will send a Snow to go for whatever he's potentially making with yeah, let's just see how it turns out. I don't even know what to talk about. So now we make the Baron. I'm just stupid. I was just thinking about what you do with the Shooting Riser, but Shooting Riser can also go into a Dawn Dragster or a Quantum Dragon or whatever you need after you use Snow. So that's pretty good. Thing is that makes it until the end of this turn, so that is not bad. So if he uses this effect, we just let it through. because we can just snow book this card. And then he gets 3000 again. And then we just negate the branded in red next turn, and then he shouldn't have all that many options. So we banish this, we banish this, we want to keep this, I think this, 3, 4, 5, 6, and big thing here, 7. So we need a crystron, then we have follow up with this, and we can search a crystron with this. We can send one to grave, that will then search us one, yeah, and then we have follow up. So that's pretty good. As long as it is only branded in red. We would just negate that, yeah. And we drew the Scrap Raptor. So we can normal summon this, declare the effect, to get another recycler to hand. We will then normal summon recycler to send. What do we send here? We get one to the grave. We send purple guy to the grave, and then use 1, 2, go for the scrap recycler. Yeah, we will do this 1, 2, go for another scrap recycler. Use the effect of the scrap wyvern. Wyvern, obviously. To get out another scrap recycler. Declare this effect to pop his guy. He then gets a Despia monster, or he doesn't. We forgot to declare this, but it doesn't even matter. Banish this. We get a Rosenix. So now we just need to find OTK. We know 2 cards out of his hand. 2, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 5. If the Doctor stays, 3, 5. 5567 that is OTK if we can make this, and that searches this guy. That's not for sure an OTK, because I don't really know what to go for. I can just summon a bunch of those guys and declare this to grave. Summon back this one. Those are 5,000. Pop the recycler. 5, 6, 5, 7, 5. Yeah, that's game. Nice. We took off a game. That was a pretty clean first turn combo, I have to say. I think I side out the traps. I want the Twin Twisters for the Branded in red, just to force him, so he does not have the option to use it for the Chimera. I have the droplets. I think that's fine. Let's see what will happen. If we don't win this, hey, we took off a game. We could show the combo. I'm not the best player for this deck, so there's definitely changes that can be made. I'm just really happy that this deck works and that we can actually show off a deck that it doesn't suck and the people might play, because that was pretty strong. He had a pretty good opening hand, so we played against an Ash. We played against the Ash on our turn. He had a super poly, he had a lot that he could chain, and he still didn't manage to win the game. So that is pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with the deck so far. So let's just watch some Despia combos with some cool music. So my editor, that's myself, if you didn't realize by the editing skills, just getting some cool music here. Okay, so I haven't clicked start. We basically need a Twin Twister right here. Twin Twister would be so based. And that's not a Twin Twister. Let's see what we can do. We will start off with summoning out the Cyber Dragon. He's thinking. Oh, we have the level 2 tuner, so we can make a level 7. Oh, he's afraid of Mega Fleet. He's so fucking afraid of Mega Fleet. Yeah, he is. He's definitely afraid of the Mega Fleet. That's why he's doing that. And I still have everything. The problem is the jade. The jade is somewhat of a problem. Um, I don't know how we deal with that. Um, hmm. I really don't know how we will deal with that. So the jade is basically the only thing that can hurt us here. Yeah, it's really bad. This. Hmm. I don't think I can play through this. I'm trying. I will try. We'll add this to hand. It's just the one that I don't need. He banishes that with the jade. I think that would be the correct play. He doesn't. So we declare, we target itself, and I don't even know if that pops for cost. But it can once you control destroy it. Okay, no, it doesn't target for cost. So that is good so far. At least it sticks to the board. We then go and declare this one to get this into the grave. And we will then special summon out this guy. Target himself. Card in defense position, then destroy one card you control. So, he's 4. We can get a tuner. If we get the tuner, he definitely jades. But if he doesn't, we make a level 7. I have to go this way. Um, I check log. So okay, I forgot this card. Yeah, yeah. Playing this deck myself and I forget this card. Because you're always like the guy 600, 600, pay 600. So uh, Scrap Raptor is 1. Sulfoneer is 2. That's one effect. Just 2. Raptor and yellow guy. It should be 1 effect. Anything on summon. Can't imagine how much I would appreciate it if we can just make a synchro 8 that does something. Ooh, here we can use this, banish one of his guys. That is not all that good. We can go shooting riser. Oh yeah, that's what we can do. Oh yeah, we can make plays. We can make plays, guys. We can make plays. Nice. So, we 3, 4, 5. That's a synchro 8. That's an omega. That just gets banished. All not that easy, but we definitely want to send a Rosenix to grave. No, we can't send. We need to send our green guy. So this is level 3. Banish the purple guy to search out. I think here we go for the Rosenix. And then we special out the Rosenix with the green guy. We get this to hand. That is so hard. But I think that's the correct play. We declare this one, and we banish this one. That's another 600. And we will special summon out the Rosenix. Maybe if we ask him if the summon is good, just enough times. Maybe he doesn't use Jade here. Nah, he uses Jade here. We lose. opponent's main phase, yeah. Do we have any other plays here? Do we have any other plays here? I don't think so. I think that's the point where we lose. Yeah, we'll play GG. Sadly, that's where we lose. But as you can see, the deck at least holds up a little bit against the best deck in the format. So that's not all that bad. Okay, with that we come to the end of this video. I don't play any more games here. I think we had a game where you could see the combo, and then we had a game against Despier, so against the, in my opinion, best meta deck. And as you could see, we took off a game, so even against a really good meta deck, this deck can hold itself. Sadly, game 1 we didn't draw anything, so even before siding we could have taken game 1 and then maybe do what we did in game 2 and game 3, but you know, sometimes things don't go along. But I think you got a pretty good idea what the deck can do, what potential the deck has. That's definitely not close to the best build. I will go into this deck again, and I will try to find out better ways how to play the deck. What changes I already made before ending this video, because I want to give you a proper and good deck profile for you to head off, is I took out the true crystron synchrons, because I don't think that they will come up all that often. The level 4 is debatable because it is another level 4 they can make, and if you have something else like say you have a golem on the field like we had in game 1, you can actually, instead of go for the archetype, go for the level 4 and then go Trishula at your opponent's turn, because that's one card that I put in. It's the Trishula, because there were a situation where I was thinking like Trishula is an option to go for, so I just keep it in for now, and then I put in an access code talker, because I was really thinking hard how to OTK, and I don't want to end up in a situation where we side-log our opponent, where we do the first turn combo that we did and then just lose because we can't OTK. So I just threw in an access code talker because it's always good to OTK. Maybe this will change for a Boros Sword, maybe this card is better, but like I said, I have to think about that. There's definitely work that can be done with the deck, but I'm looking forward to it because it is a very fun deck, and you should definitely try it out yourself if you have the cards, maybe in real life, but if not, at least on Dueling Book. With that, I send you off. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider leaving a like, maybe also subscribe. I don't know. But with that, have a good one.